Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good day, everyone. Welcome to the National Science and Mathematics Olympiad, NSMO. We are excited to have talented and curious minds like you with us today. This program is designed for students who love to explore, question, discover, and push boundaries in science and mathematics. You are not here by chance. No, no, no. You are here because you have the potential to think differently, solve creatively, and lead the future for innovation. Together, we will learn, compete, and grow, not just to win a medal, but to build skills that last a lifetime. Get ready to challenge yourself, enjoy the journey, and shine as the talented learners you truly are. I welcome you again. Welcome back again. This phase one in biology and this program you are not just learning facts, you are exploring life and every level from the smallest cell to entire ecosystems. Biology is the science of understanding how living things survive, adapt, and evolve, and it challenges us to think deeper, observe carefully, and ask bold questions. As gifted students, you have the ability to connect ideas, find patterns, and think like scientists. And this phase is the beginning of a journey where curiosity becomes discovery and discovery becomes innovation. Let's explore how life works together. Let's begin. Welcome to ecology. So, ecology is the science that connects us to the world around us. It helps us understand how living organisms, including humans, interact with each other and with their environment. In this chapter, we will explore bigger questions. How do ecosystems stay balanced? What happens when one species disappears? How do human actions change the planet for better or for worse? Ecology teaches us that every living thing matters. Every action has an effect, and every ecosystem has a story. You are not just to learn ecology, but to think like ecologists, problem solvers, observers, and protectors of the environment. So stay tuned. This chapter includes four main topics, but today we focus only on relationships between living organisms. Think of it as a chain. If one part changes, the entire system responds. Before we start, let me ask you something. Do all living organisms live peacefully together? Do some species help each other while others fight for survival? What happens if one important species disappears? Does the whole system change? In today's lecture, we will explore the hidden connections between living organisms, the partnerships, the competitions, and the struggles that shape every ecosystem on Earth. So, welcome to relationships between living organisms. In this lecture, we will dive deeper into ecology by looking at two main ideas. First, we will explore the levels of organization in the environment, starting from a single organisms and growing all the way to the entire biosphere. So that's the first thing we will talk about it, level of organization. Then we will learn how organisms interact within an ecosystem, how they compete, cooperate, and depend on each other for survival. That's the second one. By the end of this lesson, you will understand not only where each living thing fits, but also how their actions shape the world around them. Let's talk first about Earth's physical systems. So, Earth is divided into four interacting systems. The first one is atmosphere. So, atmosphere is the layer of gases surrounding Earth that supports breathing, climate, and weather. Let's move on to hydrosphere. So, hydrosphere, all water on Earth, oceans, rivers, ice, groundwater, that supports life and shapes land. This is hydrosphere. Let's move on to lithosphere. So, lithosphere is the solid outer part of Earth, including rocks, mountains, and soil where organisms live and grow. And finally, we have biosphere. Biosphere, it's all living organisms and the places they interact with the atmosphere, water, and land. So let me ask this question. How they work together? Because to work together, it's to be connected with each other. So life in the biosphere depends on water from the hydrosphere, land from the lithosphere, and air from the atmosphere. Okay, let me draw a mind map. So hydrosphere, which is water, interact with biosphere, and biosphere interact with atmosphere, which is air, and biosphere interact with lithosphere, land. So it's like continuously interact: air to water, water to land, land to life, and all, as we said, continuously interact. So if one of these systems is survivally affected, which other system will be influenced first and why? Think about this question. And let me make it simple. How do you think a change in one system affects the others? Think about that. As we spoke up at the beginning of that chapter, ecology is the science that studies the relationship among living organisms. So it's like between living organisms and their interactions with their environment. And very important, ecology is not about a single organism, but about a network of life. It's about a network of life. Don't forget that. That the ecology. Let's have comparison between biotic factors and abiotic factors. So biotic factors is all living things. So that living things like plants, animals, fungi, and bacteria. Abiotic factors, it's for sure the opposite, is non-living things. It's like water, sunlight, temperature, soil, and air. And can an organism survive with only biotic factors and no abiotic factors? And why not? So let's put it together. Environment have two biotic and abiotic factor. Okay, so as we said, biotic factors and abiotic factor. In ecology, life is organized in levels, from the smallest living unit to the entire planet. Let's walk through these levels one step at a time. So, at the first we have organisms. So, this is one single individual thing, one bird, one tree, one human. Every organism has its own characteristics and DNA. Second one is population, a group of the same species living in the same place at the same time, like a herd of camels, a school of fish, or a group of humans in one city. Moving to community. So community, it's different populations living together and interacting, plants, animal, and microorganisms sharing the same area. Moving to ecosystem, a community plus the non-living things around them, like water, soil, sunlight, temperature, and here it's like biotic and abiotic factors here to make it sure. Biotic and abiotic, they meet factors. Move on to biome. Biome, it's a large area that contains many ecosystems with the same climate, like deserts, rainforest, or tundra. Moving to biosphere, the largest level organization in ecosystem or in environment, the highest level. It includes all ecosystems on Earth, the part of the planet where life existed. So we can make like a differentiation between biosphere and atmosphere. Biosphere, it's only support life, but atmosphere, no, support life and another things. So let's have a quick summary for studies this. So organisms organism lead to population. Population lead to community. Community lead to ecosystem. Ecosystem lead to biome. Biome lead to biosphere. So the higher you go, the bigger the pictures to become. And if one population in a community disappears, how many levels above do you think would be affected? Think about it. Let's move on to ecosystem interaction, and we have two interaction here. We have habitat, which is the physical place where an organism lives. Its address in nature. Examples: a frog's habitat is a freshwater pond. Okay, let's move to niche. What's niche? The role, function, and interaction of an organism in its environment. Its job in nature. So one play as an address, the other one it's a play as job. Okay, so niche, for example, frog's niche includes eating insects, being prey for snakes, and helping control insects populations. So to better understand, let me draw this mind map. So as you see here, habitat, where it lives, and its lead to niche, what does in the habitat. Okay, and think as we said before, habitat, address, niche, job. Okay, and now let's talk about community interactions. So the first type here of interactions is competition, which occurs when organisms use the same resource like food, water, or habitat. Competition may be for survival or even for a mating partner. Usually, the stronger or more adapted organism survives. Predation is a direct relationships where one organism captures and eats another to gain energy. Predation may be an animal eating another animal or carnivorous plant trapping insects. Let's talk about another interaction is called symbiosis, a close and sustained relationship between two or more organisms. And the first thing is mutualism. So mutualism is a relationship where both organisms benefit, like clownfish and sea anemones. The other one is commensalism, is where one benefits and the other is neither harmed nor helped, like birds nesting in trees. Okay. The other one is parasitism. So parasitism is harmful. One organism benefits while the other is harmed, such as ticks feeding on animals. Notice that interactions are not always conflict. Some involve cooperation and others delicate balance. Today we covered two important concepts: levels of ecological organization and types of ecosystem interactions. Understand these basics will help us explore energy flow and food chains in the next lesson. So, the ecosystem is like a large painting. If you remove or change one color, the entire picture changes. Thank you for your focus and participation. Next time we will trace the journey of energy from the sun to the top predator. Remember, in ecology, every organism has a rule. Nothing lives alone. We look forward to seeing you in the next lecture. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.